Welcome to MetaReady, a channel where we'll be discussing and exploring everything related to the Sondors Metacycle. And today, I have something super exciting to share with you. Fresh footage never before seen on the internet anywhere of the Sondors Metacycle original production-ready naked silver model in angles and close-ups you've never had the chance to see until now, along with my hands-on remarks on build quality, body cast and finish, some reservations I had, together with updates and more. So if you're interested in seeing this exclusive 3-minute footage of nothing but fresh Metacycle sexiness and more in my future videos, as I'll be releasing more exclusive content on Metacycle, please subscribe to this channel and share this video. This will help more Metacycle lovers feast on this exclusive footage and helps this channel ascend in the YouTube suggested video algorithm. Oh, and hit the bell icon so you're notified of new Metacycle sweetness. Now, for those of you who don't know, Storm Sondors, the CEO of the company that bears his name, announced and unveiled the Metacycle back in January of 2021 as the first truly affordable priced electric highway and street legal motorcycle, promising enough range for nearly any reasonable commute, priced at just $5,000. Of course, as they promised also last year, they were going to increase the price once the original 2,000 pre-orders were received, and they did. They are now currently priced at $6,000, and even though that's still $500 less than their promised price increase, it is still possible that they do follow the trends of bigger established companies like Tesla and proceed to incrementally hike up their price even beyond the original $6,500 price warning. And now, as I said, I have something very special to share with you in this video, and that is a brand new full walkthrough video of the original Sondors Metacycle currently on display in Hollywood, locked behind a ticket to the Petersen Automotive Museum. Not many of you who have pre-ordered the Sondors Metacycle or are intending to do so may have the privilege to see it firsthand before they're eventually shipped and taken delivery of. Here it is, guys. Here we go. As for the build quality, I have to say that I found the Metacycle very sturdy with a rather heavy build. The heavy cast metal body sounds surprisingly full and not hollow, and yes, I actually knocked against the frame just to get the feel of it. It typically looks thinner and slender in most photos and videos online, and you really have to see it in real life to appreciate the wideness of the frame, the overall thickness of the body, and the robust look of it. You can immediately sense the 300-pound curb weight on sight. I personally found this an instant attraction. And for those of you who pre-ordered the Metacycle and are patiently waiting to take delivery, I certainly hope you feel the same way when you finally get your hands on yours. The seat foam feels comfortable, hard enough to support heftier bodies, and soft enough to ride over long distances. Though the original ergonomic shape of the seat was preferred amongst the community, Sondors decided to, in their own words, provide riders with a thicker seat for a more comfortable riding experience. In my words though, they changed the seats probably because it was already breaking test riders' backs. So while I was a huge fan of the beautiful ergonomic seat design, I plan to make long-term use of my Oz and appreciate the design update. Nonetheless, Sondors states that you can modify the seat to your liking with third-party options upon delivery. Definitely return to this channel because I'll soon be releasing a video of third-party accessories that would fit the Metacycle. I noticed some slight imperfections along the inner edges of the void area of the chassis, but the lines seem perfectly straight across the rest of the exterior body. Those sections with slight bends and imperfect lines could definitely be covered and out of sight once that empty space gets filled with Sondors' additional battery offerings, set to come shortly after they deliver enough Metacycles. If you look closely at the top of the hole, you can see what looks like the socket and strapping structure that the supplementary battery will be attaching to. There were some reservations on the new taillights added by Sondors as required by law, with some of you asking whether this could be removed, and to which Sondors responded that it could be done, but only after you take delivery and choose to do so yourself. This is a move well adopted by companies like Tesla, whose CEO Elon Musk stated on Twitter that though the law requires all vehicles to be equipped with rear view mirrors, the ones on the upcoming Cybertruck are made to be easily removed. Perhaps the resemblance between Metacycle and the Cybertruck doesn't just stop at their similar choice of naked metal as base color for their upcoming EVs. I did turn on the Metacycle briefly and noticed that after a short period of inactivity, it turns off by itself. However, I did not have the camera rolling at the time, so unfortunately, it did not make it into this footage. But if you would like to see footage of the Metacycle welcome screen, blinkers, and other light work when it turns on, or if it makes any humming sounds while idle or riding, or anything else in particular, do subscribe and let me know in the comments below. And with enough requests, I'll acquire that footage as well and show it to you firsthand. Many of you asked whether the Metacycle runs silent, and if it doesn't, how loud, aka safe, would it be to ride on the highway? Well, while there is currently no clear audio on the internet to date, by all indications of it, the Metacycle will absolutely not be silent on the road, which is a good thing for highway safety. Going back to the matter at hand, the orange hub motor, main power and sensor cable, promised by Sondors to be better concealed on the final Metacycle, is still very visible on the right side of the EV. Though it's not a deal breaker for me, and I'm sure for many of you, it could still be a turnoff for a large many. Sondors still claims today on their website, in the FAQ section at the bottom of their page, that the orange color is mandated by law as the cable carries more than 60 volts. All the rear cables will be better concealed on the final Metacycle. The wires will be held in a channel on the inside of the swing arm, mostly out of sight, visible only where they bridge over to the battery compartment. Now, after carefully reading their comment and going back to the footage we captured here, it seems that this footage is revealing just that. It's held inside of the swing arm mostly, though would be my personal choice of words, out of sight and visible, very visible, where they bridge over to the battery compartment. This just may be the final iteration of that fat orange cable on the right side of the Metacycle. The Metacycle on display does have major scuffs and scratches all over, potentially from being moved around a lot and being used as a touring and showcasing Metacycle. And it is probably the same Metacycle used in many of the commercial online videos, including the one written in their famous or controversial video across Southern California on the website to display the Metacycle's range capacity. More on why I say controversial video later on. Speaking of the scuffs and the finish on the Naked Silver model, a Facebook post stated recently that even though they had formally promised a Naked Silver option apart from the Supermassive aka Black and Arctic aka White models, they encountered quality and consistency problems, stating that they found it expensive and complex to achieve even coloring across the Metacycle frame during the protection coating process, and the Metacycle would have to be coated because if not, it would be prone to oxidation, which is rusting. This problem would result in not only uneven color hexes across the frame, but also across the whole Naked Silver color line. So because of this, Sondors instead will be shipping painted silver Metacycles alongside the Supermassive and Arctic options. Delving in deeper on the colors topic, there has not been any display whatsoever of the Arctic color Metacycle, as there has been for the Supermassive and the Naked Silver. The supermassive Metacycle variant did make appearances on the internet, and short of some reservations on the color choices for the fenders, I have to say I personally think it looks great. Fun fact, Supermassive is my personal favorite and the color I pre-ordered to go along with my black vehicle theme I have going. Now, it is common knowledge that some of Sondor's claims are controversial, including the one that the Metacycle will cover up to 80 miles in a single charge. And I was also skeptical of this for some reasons too mathematical to delve in on here. But if the build quality is any indication of the same on the interior, invisible pieces, and inner workings of this machine, then I must say I am quite reassured. Nonetheless, we'll ultimately have to wait for first-hand customer reviews on actual deliveries to verify whether these claims were right all along. For now, after the few statement revisions from Sondors, including the recent change in the Metacycle's curb weight on the website from 200 to 300 pounds, the fact that the 80-mile range promise still remains untouched so close to their imminent shipping date is great news. That is all for now. Thanks for watching, and if you appreciated the fresh content and footage, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell. Keep this channel in your repertoire of trusted Sondor's Metacycle news sources. Help YouTube find us worthy of being found. Shoot some questions and let's chat in the comment section. If you have Metacycle related content you'd like me to cover next, let me know also in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, this is Trevor from MetaReady, signing out.